We are finally back out fishing down at Billingford. Come down here with my son for a couple of days, and we've booked like a little lodge swim. Come have a look at this. It's actually really good. I suppose it's more of like a point really, but we have had a fish because we turned up late last night and couldn't really get much filming done. We were sort of racing against the time to get the rods out. About 4 o'clock this morning, rod ripped off, and I had a little fully scaled mirror, which I'll show you the footage just after this. But this is the lodge, or the shed if you want to say. But it's proper warm in there. Got the rods there waiting to go back out. This is the swim. It's now about to rain. Have a look at that. Set up in there. This is the swim. So what we'll do is we'll just get these rods set up, ready to go back out, and I'll run you through what I'm using. See you in a bit. Well, there we go guys. We're off the mark. We did turn up last night and I couldn't get much filming done because I needed to get the rods out. But I quickly set up some PVA bags with some strawberry nutcracker wafter. At 4 o'clock this morning, rattled off with this. That's absolutely stunning fish. It's not the biggest fish, but they're all welcome on this lake as it is a hard fishery, and sometimes it can be very hard to get a bite, so they're all welcome. But that is an absolute banger of a little fully scaled. Hopefully that's a sign of more to come. I'll show you the other side and we'll get her back. There we go guys, there's the other side. There's a little mark down there, so I'll just treat that before we put her back. So for some more, come on. So I'm just about to put the rods out. I thought I'd run you through with what I'm using and how I'm using it. Have a look at this shed. I need this at home. This is cushy, this shed. Nice and warm in here and all. So yeah, on 2 of the rods I'm using PVA bags, simple stuff. I'm using the strawberry nutcracker stick mix at the bottom, a handful of maggots, and then more stick mix. And there's loads of attraction in that. The stick mix will go up and down the water column, and that's what's done the bite so far. This is the strawberry nutcracker stick mix. Smells absolutely incredible. And I've got one rod where I'm using a pop-up, which I've got a new product from Urban Baits, which is the haze. So I'm using a strawberry nutcracker pop-up, and I've soaked it in the haze. They've been soaking for a couple of weeks, I would say, and that's what they look like. And what that'll do is leave, like when you cast in, a smoke effect coming off of the pop-up. There's loads and loads of attraction in that. So I'm going to get these out, get some bait over the top. Oh yeah, bait. So over the top, what I'm spotting out is nutcracker boilies soaked in the nut juice. I've crumbed up some strawberry nutcracker boilies and like some maggots as well over the top. And I've been told it's been fishing quite hard. We've had a chat with some people this morning and not a lot's been out. All the people we spoke to haven't even had anything, but I think there's been a couple out. So the tactics are right, doing the right thing. All I can hope is that I'll have a couple more. We'll get these rods out, get some bait out, and I'll catch them with you in a bit. So the rods are out, and I thought I'd just show you exactly what I'm using and how I'm using it. So boilie wise, I'm using the nutcracker 15mm boilies. I'll just put a couple of handfuls in here. I've got some pre-prepared, and I have already doused these in the nutcracker juice. This is one of my favourite liquids in the Urban Bait range. very nutty, very sweety. And then on top of that, I've crushed up some strawberry nutcracker boilies into a fine dust, which I'm just adding over the top. And then to finish it off, some strawberry nutcracker stick mix. Just a handful of that goes a long way. Then give it a good mix up. And you're left something like that, and there's thousands of little food particles in there, working the water column up and down. I'm pretty sure if you use the same, you'll get yourself a bite or two. Let's get the spot mix out there, baby. Oosh. On the money. On the money, baby. I know it's been quiet from me on the fishing front because we're currently watching Man U Liverpool, and it's intense. The game is intense. So there ain't much filming been done at all. It's currently 2-2 and we're going into extra time. And I'm hoping we're going to pull a goal off. I know Ali Hamidi's a Liverpool supporter and we're about to do you, son. So yeah, I'm going to redo the rods now because currently about 5 o'clock. I'm going to redo them and get them out and get back on the phone and watch the extra time. Come on, United. Well, we've just beaten Liverpool. I'm absolutely gassed. And I've just finished getting the rods out. I've just spotted some mix over the top. And hopefully we can have a carp. But that football game was absolutely epic. I haven't seen much to go on since like I last done a video. Lake's been pretty quiet. There's a few people turned up around us. So I don't know whether that's going to affect it. But I've had a carp. I've just watched Man United destroy Liverpool. I'm happy. That calls for a burger. And I'll check in with you in a bit. So I thought I'd just run through what actually happened yesterday. Because I all got a bit exciting with the football and couldn't get much filming done. As I say, yeah, Man United knocked Liverpool out. United! Right, so we're happy about that. But yeah, so basically we've turned up. We had a look round. It was quite busy when we actually turned up. We had a look round the Great Lake, which is the long lake further back from this one. And it was quite full on there. There was a couple of empty swims, but we didn't really fancy them. We were sort of, there were close swims to other people. We felt a bit surrounded, like everyone casting in, so we thought we won't go for that. We had a look round the main lake, and it was quite busy on here as well. So we had a look round, and I noticed obviously the shed across the lake, and we was having a look, and I thought, hey, it's a bit tucked out of the way. You know, maybe we'll do a night in here, see what happens. So we come for a night in here. As I said, I run you through the tactics. It was PVA bags and just a simple running rig on one of the rods. and yeah, we had a fish quite early. I say early, we didn't get here till late, but it was in the night, and yeah, I was happy with that. So I thought we'd stay another night, and unfortunately we haven't had anything, but we have still got the rest of today to try and winkle one out. But it's a nice hot day today, and it is quite deep in front of us. The maximum you can sort of go from this swim is 5 wraps. It does say that on the sign on the tree that says, you know, no more than 5 wraps, which, to be fair, you don't really need to cast more than that in this bit of water anyway. We're just going to see what we can do. I've got the rods in at the minute. We're going to redo them and maybe try find a bit of a shallower spot up the margin. As I said, it's about between 11 and 14 foot, I would say, at guess, out in front. So maybe if we can get one up the margin where it's a bit shallower, that might get one of the carp out. We'll have to see. As I said, it's a lovely fishery. It's not a place I've fished too much either, and I should have really. It's not really that far from me, but I've just never had the time to put into this place, and I think it's a place I'm going to start fishing quite a lot. There's some really nice carp in here. You know, it's proper carp angling as well. There's snags, there's bays, there's everything. Weed beds, gravel bars. There is everything you could wish for in carp fishing at this lake. So if you're looking for somewhere to up your game a little bit, you know, learn some stuff along the way, this is definitely a place to come. You know, it's suitable for all anglers. You know, it's a good place to come and learn how to carp fish, so I'd definitely recommend it to anyone. So with that, I'm gonna get these rods done, get them back out on this. Well, I'm gonna go one out in open water. I'm gonna go my left and right rods up the margins and just see whether we can get anything out before we leave. And if I do, you'll be sure to know. Well, I'm just about to wrap up the fishing rods. I thought I'd just say that it's something I see a lot of anglers not doing, and I don't know how you get away with not doing it, if I'm perfectly honest. Wrapping up is so important, and it's probably the biggest tip I can give you. You know, you've got sticks either end, which I'll show you in a second, which you just wrap your line round as you go. As you cast out, find your spot, clip up on the reel, and wrap round and count the wraps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and whatever you stop at is where you're fishing, you know. And the last thing you want is in the middle of the night to catch a fish and you get it in and you can't find your spot because you haven't wrapped up. You know, these keep you 100% accurate of fishing out in the ponds, you know what I mean? And a lot of anglers I see don't do it, and it's probably the biggest tip I can give you, to fish 100% accurate all the time, and it's something you should definitely learn and put into your fishing. So all you have to do is drop your lead here at the first stick and then work your way to the next one, counting as you go. 1 wrap, 2 wrap, 3, 4, 5, and that is all you need to do to keep you accurate. Well, we're slowly packing up now. Max in the background, packing up some of the stuff. Unfortunately, we didn't get another fish, but we'll be back. Hope you all enjoy the video. I hope there's actually enough to make a video, and I'll see you on the next one.